everyone, how are you? My name is Triza Kaineka from All Smiles Therapy Center. Have come to bring this video as a result of the overwhelming feedback we got after the last video that we did. Thank you so much. The inquiries, we now have many people coming up, and it's a good thing to see people embracing mental health services. And we are so happy as All Smiles Therapy Center. Twashukuru sana. For those who have reached out, we so much appreciate. Thank you so much for supporting us. For the schools that have called, thank you so much. Oh yes, we are having activities going on. Thank you so much. And still, we look forward for the ones we are yet to visit. We look forward to coming over for the organizations that have called. Thank you so much. We got so much from you people. So we are here to say twashukuru and thank you so much. So from that, we have many inquiries, and especially on the repatriation, the disease repatriation services that we offer as All Smiles Therapy Center. And that's why we felt the need to come and discuss with you, so that now we can discuss into details when we talk about our repatriation line of business, what exactly it entails. We got so much and a lot of feedback. People within the country asking, do we qualify now that we are still in Kenya? And people who are out there, how do I join and all that? Of course, I know we are still reaching out. We have a very dedicated team to exactly do that. Ensure you have the right documentation, you sign up and all that. But for this particular one, I'm here now to take you through step by step, so that you can get to understand what exactly we are talking about when we talk about our repatriation or disease repatriation line of business. So to start with, I will introduce, for this particular line of business that we are doing as All Smiles Therapy, it's in collaboration with our insurance agency, that is Stansure Insurance Agency, an agency that has been serving us for quite a long time. From the previous video, we talked about how many people were coming, how we were doing loss and grief to people, and we realized, especially when people, our loved ones, die when they are out there, it becomes a financial challenge, and many people, they choose to be cremated or to be buried in, a public cemetery out there, other than be brought back home because of the financial obligation or financial burden that comes with it. Hence, as All Smiles Therapy Center, we came up together with our insurance agency with a very great, affordable service to ensure that we take care of you in all this eventuality. And so I'll just go direct to the point. This particular service we are talking about, it has 3 benefits. The first one is immediately you become a member, you enroll into a monthly psychoeducation session. It's just a 2-hour psychoeducation session on monthly basis. We talk about everything in area mental health each and every month. Of course, all our sessions for this particular service, they are virtual sessions, and we get to meet various clients. We get to discuss, though before we'll have sent you a link and we'll have shared with you on the topic that we'll be talking about, so that you can also be prepared. If you have questions, inquiries, you can raise them in good time. So apart from the 2-hour psychoeducation session, we have the second benefit. This benefit is when one has lost their loved one, we take them through loss and grief group therapy. It's for them and their loved one and the family. The family that has lost a loved one. And this not only done to one particular family, but to all the families that have lost their loved one within a given duration of time. We take them through loss and grief group therapy. Yes, that's our second benefit. And now the third benefit, the one that we want to talk about today. When we talk about disease repatriation, for the people, and we did a survey, most of our clients that we have who are not within the country, and as per the survey that we did, we realized that most people prefer to be buried in cemeteries, to be cremated, just because they know the financial burden that comes with it. Someone is already out there they've gone to work. Here back at home, they've invested. And when death kicks home, people at home, they end up selling the assets that they have to ensure they are able to finance the bringing back home their bodies. And I mean, here is someone who is already dealing with loss and grief. They've lost a loved one, and not only losing a loved one, they've lost a loved one who is not within the country, out there. So they're already dealing with the logistics. In a way, it even delays the process of, mourning and grieving and all that, because before you think you've lost your loved one, you're already thinking, how are we going to raise money to bury them? Again, you're already thinking, which asset are we going to sell so that we can raise money to bring them home? It's not a pleasant thing. People say, and especially when people they are out there, most of them, they would prefer to be cremated, to be buried in cemetery, which is okay. We're not going against anyone's beliefs and values. But again, death brings some closure. Some people, they believe, I can only get that closure when I'm able to bury my loved one. So we always say, when we are kicking alive and lively, this is the only chance we have to make decisions of ourselves. In most cases, regardless of the wills and all that, the will we put in what we would really want to happen in the unfortunate event that we are not there, we absolutely have no say about it, because yes, as per someone's will, they might want to be cremated. However, is that what your family would want? Would that bring closure to them, or it would even, make it more worse? So I want we look at it from both perspectives. Not only from a perspective of what I would want, because I do not want them to carry the financial obligation or the financial burden. What if we are able to freely embrace the last expense, insurance last expense benefit, and say, I just need to put some money aside each and every month or annually, and ensure, should such happen, I know I'm always taken care of. And not only me, it's the entire family. Why am I talking about this? Is because the services that we have, we offer from 150,000 per person all the way to 2 million. As I said, we are doing this in partnership with Stanshore Insurance Agency, who went out their way to collaborate with different insurer to ensure that we have, I would call it maybe an insurer pool or something, to ensure that we are able to finance up to this much. Why the 2 million is because we looked at the logistics involved, and especially when we happen to lose someone overseas. Have been told from the surveys that we've done, they have chapters, and in their chapters they have some fundings, some they have circles, they have chamas specifically dedicated for this. And the question I asked was, how much does one need to have contributed, at least, should something happen and their body is to be brought back home, to be given at least some 2 million shillings, 2 million Kenyan shillings. In all this, I'll be referring to our currency in Kenyan shillings. And I was told it's so much money, because these 2 million Kenyan shillings will have to come from people's pocket. People's pocket, what that one means is they will have to contribute equivalent to that, which means is a coin for a coin. I'll briefly take you through our services, which are very, very much affordable. You don't have to be outside Kenya for you to access our services. We have clients within, and also now the clients who are already outside Kenya. So I'll start with the first one that goes for 18,000 Kenyan shillings per year, which means when we look at it per month, that is 1,500 Kenyan shillings per month. This one caters for 150,000 should a member lose a loved one, that is their spouse, for member themselves, the spouse, 100,000 Kenyan shillings for each and every kid, 150 Kenyan shillings for any of the 4 parents. Remember, we said this one is catering for member, spouse, up to 4 children, and up to 4 parents. For 4 parents, we are talking about 2 biological parents and 2 parents-in-law.
The next one, we have the one that is going for 48,000 Kenyan shillings per month. That one is coming to 4,000 Kenyan shillings per month. This one caters for in case we happen to lose or death of the member. The amount payable is 500,000, that is 500,000 Kenyan shillings. In case the member loses their spouse, amount payable is again 500,000, 500,000 Kenyan shillings. In case the member loses any of the four parents, again the amount payable per each and every loss is 500,000, that is 500,000 Kenyan shillings. And in case a member loses any of the four children, amount payable is 200,000 Kenyan shillings. This one is going for 4,000 per month or 48,000 Kenyan shillings per year. We have another one that goes for 72,000 Kenyan shillings per year. Per month, that is 6,000 Kenyan shillings per month. In case of death of the member, amount payable is 1 million Kenyan shillings. In case of death of a spouse, amount payable is 1 million Kenyan shillings. In case of death of any of the child, remember for the kids we've given up to a maximum of 4 children. In case of death of any of the child, amount payable is 450,000 Kenyan shillings. In case of death of any of the four parents, again here we are looking at four parents, 2 biological parents and 2 parents-in-law. Amount payable is 500,000 Kenyan shillings per each and every parent. We have another one that goes for 108,000 Kenyan shillings per year, which translates to 9,000 Kenyan shillings per month. In case of death of the member, amount payable is 1.5 million, that is 1,500,000 Kenyan shillings, 1.5 million. In case of death of the spouse, amount payable is 1.5 million Kenyan shillings. In case of death of any of the child, amount payable is 700,000 Kenyan shillings per child. In case of death of any of the four parents, amount payable is 750,000 Kenyan shillings per parent. We now have our last one, which is 144,000 Kenyan shillings per year, which translates to 12,000 Kenyan shillings per month. In case of death of the member, amount payable is 2 million Kenyan shillings. In case of death of the spouse, the amount payable is 2 million Kenyan shillings. In case of death of any of the child, amount payable is 1.2 million per each and every child. In case of death of any of the parent, amount payable is 1.25 million Kenyan shillings per each and every parent. Yes, having seen the benefits that we offer, it's good also to make it clear that on top and above of the death benefits, we also do loss and grief group therapy for the affected family, and this one also goes to the extended family. So should the family lose any of their loved ones, they just alert us and we will enroll them in our 10 sessions. And 10 sessions, they go for a session per week, which means we are looking at 10 weeks loss and grief group therapy, which we offer virtually. Also, we have the monthly psychoeducation. This is just to create awareness and to enlighten more about mental health, which we do each and every monthly basis. Again, for this one, we offer it virtually. So the moment you are a member, the two benefits don't have any waiting period. You will just join in and you'll be able to subscribe to the service. But for the death benefit, please remember, this one we are doing in collaboration with Stanshore Insurance Agency, which in return is they've gone out of their way, they've sourced for the insurers because it's not just underwritten by one insurance company. So we go as per terms and conditions of insurance, which is regulated by the IRA, which means here we have the waiting period because insurance, they have something they call cash and carry, which means you can never pay monthly. And for you to access the services, you need to have paid lump sum. That's why we encourage people, if you're in a position to, please ensure you do your annual payment is, your entire payment is one-off, because for one-off payment has a waiting period of 3 months. For 3 subsequent payments has a waiting period of 6 months. For 6 subsequent monthly payments has a waiting period of 9 months. And for monthly payment has a waiting period of 15 months. However, this waiting period only applies to the first year of service. The moment you are a member, now you won't again be subjected to any other waiting period. So you see, if you have the money to pay upfront, well and good. However, if you're not in a position to, it means, a long journey starts with a single step. You may not benefit within the period of waiting period. However, it means it's just you are already doing the right thing. Everything is in progress, and just within a matter of short time, you will be able to enroll for this death benefit. However, you'll be able to access the other 2 benefits: the monthly psychoeducation and the family loss and grief group therapy. Also, just a condition to put is that for kids 10 years and below, there is what IRA Act states that they can only access up to 100,000 Kenyan shillings maximally. Hence, that's also a point to note. As much as there is some point we've said amount payable for each and every child is like 700,000 Kenyan shillings. Please remember, here we can only talk about kids 10 years and above. Any 10 years and below, it will have to be, put as per the insurance terms and conditions. So having said that, thank you so much for the overwhelming feedback, for being there for us, for the much calls that we are getting, and we so look forward to serve you and ensure that we give you the best quality. Please keep it here. We shall be discussing more, and especially, in our area of expertise, which is mental health. So we shall be bringing more information to you to ensure that we enlighten you and you are more aware. Thank you so much for watching.